What's going on, guys? Going to do a quick update on the market today, as well as SoFi and a couple other stocks like CCCX, Marvell, just stocks I've been talking about recently. So we did have a big sell-off day in the market. Nothing insane, but it does feel like the start of okay, like we're not going to go up forever. Um, Last week we had quite a few gap ups in a row on low volume, and we were weary of that. Like knew the sell off was going to come. I even did say like it felt like some puts out to November, end of November, would pay, and those are sure paying today. Um, but yeah, basically tapped up near all time highs again, and then saw a big sell off, gap down, and overnight the market is selling off as well. But SoFi is holding up very well. However, I will say SoFi will likely sell off with the broader market. It is holding strong and it's doing well, but if the overall market's tanking, it's just going to drag SoFi down with it. But that's nothing like fundamentally wrong or anything wrong with SoFi. It's just the overall market bringing it down. So, could be a buying opportunity, and it could also be great for people who are selling covered calls because, you're obviously collecting that premium. Those are going to expire worthless and you can do it again. As the stock price falls as well, it's also good to sell cash secured puts if you want to buy SoFi at a specific price because that put premium will spike and you'll actually get more money for selling those. But just be careful, make sure you want to buy SoFi at a specific price in case you get assigned. And then here is just the broader market and what we're looking at. So obviously, we had a few gap ups on low volume, kind of chop days, and then finally broke the uptrend today, retested this trend line and rejected it. And that's where you saw this big sell off come today. So we have SPY, we have IWM, QQQ. All these charts look very similar, but we're going to likely fill this gap below. If we bounce off that and head higher and reclaim value area high, well, then we can flip bullish. If we break below POC and reject it, well, then we can remain bearish for the time being. But this pullback is healthy. The market kept gapping up and it was just a little bit too high. So definitely like to see the market come down, correct, and hopefully, we can bounce back up. But I will say SoFi is looking good. It might come down a little bit lower, but that's just a buying opportunity because I still think SoFi will have some great news come in December. And then not much has changed with the chart. SoFi is still holding up very well. One of the stronger looking stocks in the market, even with the overall sell off. But like I said, if we gap down, if market is selling off, SoFi is coming down no matter how strong it is. And this will be the fourth time testing this breakout. So fourth time could be the time we break through and trade back to value area low if we were to break POC. Or over the next couple of days, you see SoFi kind of chop in this range and then we get a breakout above if the overall market were to recover and start filling gaps above. So it's a lot of if this, then that. But this is mainly just for people trading the stock or looking for, shorter term call option entries. Longer term, this is looking great. You're buying a good stock, good fundamental company, and a lot coming up in December. So I wouldn't even mind if it were to kind of break below on the overall market sell off, trade back to, value area low from the previous month, maybe even just under 25 if the overall market is really dumping. But I think that'd be a steal. Mainly looking for like this area to hold this trend line. So that's what I'm watching on SoFi. As far as the calls go, still seeing some buyers step in 2.7 million to the call side, just under half or a little bit over 500,000 to the put side. And those are December, January, just all mixed expirations, but mainly like those monthlies. So that's what we have. A lot of December 30s. As far as big flow goes, I'm not sure we had too many large orders, just a lot of active orders. So this is a leap, 2 leaps out here. Pretty good high premium on that. As far as this goes, I thought this was cool. So SoFi originated more loans for other institutions than Upstart. It took 5 quarters to beat the AI originator at its own game. And yeah, SoFi is just crushing it. And then huge activity on SoFi after hours today. So a huge dark pool print hit showing just whales loading up on SoFi. So yeah, I think people are buying this dip. Really not worried. Overall market's just selling off a bit, correcting. So I think it could be a great opportunity for those that have remained patient and obviously didn't chase SoFi when it just recently tapped like 32. So could get that entry you want. I'm still holding my full position, and Leafs barely even move during these little blips and sell-offs. So mainly holding those for the large move up, hopefully in December. And then just a quick update on a few other stocks that I've made videos on. So this one obviously paid. Marvell broke out, went all the way to 97.57, took profits, left a few runners. Obviously, those runners are back down to break even. So I let everyone know that closing the Marvell runners, barely in profit, not going to let them go red, obviously. But that's why you take profits on the big moves up. So glad I did that. Obviously, that was a huge breakout. So still made money on that one, and moving on to the next. And then as far as CCCX goes, I'm still bullish on this company long term. I don't think the market really understands much about it yet, and maybe once the ticker changes and its inflection and, a couple months down the line when they're doing more PR and talking about the company more, maybe people will catch on to it. But right now, I think quantum stocks are in trouble. I think the AI and quantum and everything's going to come back down a bit more. So it tested 1485 today and bounced. But next time it tests that, I bet you it breaks through and we start to trade back down to this wick and then maybe even gap fill. But I would definitely be interested in buying down in the low teens for the long term, just doing shares and then not worrying about it at all. So that's what I have on those two. Not much flow for CCCX. It's a little bit 33K, 20 strike, above ask, out of the money, which is, that's good looking, but really not a lot of premium. So definitely going to be monitoring these, looking to buy this, but I'm not rushing to buy it. Could even sell a cash secured put at like $12 on it, or wherever this gap fill is, 13. So we'll see. Let me know what you guys are in. Let me know what you're dip buying, or if you're just remaining cash for now and looking to buy SoFi on dips. Please like and subscribe, and have a good one.